Welcome back. Those were the headlines. Now the news in full. In Egypt marks on Wednesday the anniversary of the 10th of Ramadan war victory against Israel. Marking the occasion, the army congratulated the Egyptian people. Army spokesman Brigadier General Mohammed Samir said that the 10th of Ramadan war victory will always be a source of pride of all generations to come. Interior Minister Magdi Abdel Ghaffar sent a congratulatory message on the occasion to the Chief Commander of the Armed Forces, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and General Commander of the Armed Forces, Minister of Defense, General Sid'i Sobhi. The 6th of October War 1973, which also occurred on the 10th of Ramadan, was fought by the coalition of Arab states led by the Egyptian army against Israel, which was then occupying the Sinai Peninsula. In the war, which was launched in the holy month, the Egyptian troops maneuvered and surprised the enemy, sending shockwaves among the front lines of the Israeli occupation soldiers, leading to huge gains in the first 3 days of the war.
The 6th of October 1973 war was a war fought by the coalition of Arab states led by Egypt and Syria against Israel. The fighting mostly took place in the Sinai and the Golan Heights territories that had been occupied by the Israelis since the Six-Day War of 1967. The war began when the Arab coalition launched a joint surprise attack on Israeli positions in the Israeli-occupied territories on the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur, which also occurred that year during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. Egyptian and Syrian forces crossed ceasefire lines to enter the Sinai Peninsula and the Golan Heights respectively. The war began with a massive and successful Egyptian crossing of the Suez Canal. After crossing the ceasefire lines, the Egyptian forces advanced virtually unopposed into the Sinai Peninsula for 3 days. The Syrians coordinated their attack on the Golan Heights to coincide with the Egyptian offensive and initially made threatening gains into the Israeli-held territory. On October 22nd, a United Nations brokered ceasefire quickly unraveled, leading to a second ceasefire that was imposed cooperatively on October 25th to end the war. The war had far-reaching implications. The Arab world, which had suffered a defeat in the Six-Day War, regained self-confidence. In Israel, the war led to recognition that there was no guarantee that Israel would always dominate the Arab states militarily. These changes paved the way for the subsequent peace process, the 1978 Camp David Accords, that followed, led by the return of Sinai in Egypt.